Every Friday night, my dad made me carry a container of soup 3 houses down to an old man named Mr. Levin. I hated it. Didn't matter if my friends were waiting outside, if I had homework, or if it was snowing hard enough to freeze my hands. Every Friday at 6:30, my dad would hand me the soup and say, "Go check on Mr. Levin." Same routine every time. I'd knock on the door. He'd open it halfway. Cold air and the smell of old books would drift out. He'd take the soup carefully with both hands and say, "Tell your father thank you." That was it. No smile, no conversation, nothing. One night when I was 15, I finally complained. I told my dad, "Why do we keep doing this? He doesn't even care." My dad stayed quiet for a second, then said something I didn't understand until years later. He said, "When people stop expecting someone to knock on their door, they start disappearing before they die." I rolled my eyes and kept going anyway. Friday after Friday, chicken noodle, tomato soup, beef stew, didn't matter. Knock, soup. Tell your father thank you. That became part of my life for almost 8 years. Then I left for college. The first winter I was away, my dad called me one Friday evening and asked, "Did you say goodbye to Mr. Levin before you left?" I laughed and said, "Dad, I barely know the guy." There was a long silence. Then my dad said quietly, "He died on Tuesday. Heart attack." Apparently the mailman noticed newspapers piling up outside his house. I came home for the funeral, mostly because my dad wanted me there. Barely anyone showed up. A few old co-workers, one distant cousin, and us. After the service, the cousin walked over holding a small cardboard box. She asked, "Are you the boy who brought him soup?" I nodded. Then she opened the box. Inside were dozens of folded napkins with dates written on them in shaky handwriting. Fridays. Every single Friday for years. Under the dates were tiny notes. "Snowstorm tonight. Thought they might not come." Soup was still hot. The kid got taller. They remembered crackers. They didn't forget me. I just stared at the box without saying anything. The cousin told us Mr. Levin kept those napkins lined up on his kitchen counter because they helped him remember time was still moving. Then she told us something else. Near the end, his memory had started slipping. He forgot names sometimes, forgot where he left things. But every Friday evening around 6:30, he'd sit beside the front window with the porch light already on, waiting. Even when he forgot the month, he remembered someone was coming. That night after the funeral, my dad stood in the kitchen making soup again, like it was any normal Friday. I finally asked him, "How did you know he needed this so badly?" My dad kept stirring the pot for a few seconds before answering. Then he said, "After your mom died, Mr. Levin brought me soup every Friday for almost 2 years." I froze. My mom died when I was 4. My dad almost never talked about her, and suddenly everything made sense. This wasn't charity. This was one lonely man returning a kindness another lonely man once gave him. My dad died 3 winters ago. Now every Friday night, I make soup with my little daughter standing beside me on a chair, trying to stir noodles with both hands. At 6:30, we walk together to the apartment of an old woman named Clara, who lives alone with her cat. My daughter knocks on the door while holding the container against her chest. Clara opens the door smiling before she even sees us, and every single week she says the same thing. "Oh good, it's Friday." Last month, my daughter asked me why we always bring soup on Fridays. I almost gave her some simple answer about being nice to people.